The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
Let's go. It is 6:03, 64 degrees, kind of glorious outside. Going to be in the 70s again today here in Chicago. 312-591-8300. Give us that proof of life check-in. Case, proof of life, you there?
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Kenzie, obviously here with us. Go ahead. What's up?
Why is it obvious for me?
Because I'm closer to you. Case is like behind us. If people don't know the layout in here, Case is behind us in a separate studio. And I have to turn my head to look at him. It's kind of, sometimes I forget he's there.
But he doesn't like to be around us.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to be in a different room, and I don't want you looking at me.
Yeah, these are my contractual demands.
Yeah, he's got like a writer.
People don't know that when Case, came on the show, he said, I can't do that. So they spent $250,000 to build him his own studio.
Yes, money well spent.
And,
Yeah.
and they put him behind me.
We're canceling Twisted Christmas this year because all the budget went to my own studio. That's exactly what happened.
That's true. So if you have any complaints about that, make sure you email Case.
Yeah.
Foo Fighters and Green Day said, we'll do the show together. We'll be on the same night. I was like, no, I'm sorry. I have to have a studio.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, it's too bad that Twisted got canceled this year.
Man, it's a bummer. I mean, it's such a bummer. I look forward to it every year, but I need my own place.
Well, you also needed a heated seat. I mean,
Exactly.
what are you supposed to do? What are you, a peasant?
Exactly. No, I'm basically driving a Mercedes-Benz in a radio studio.
Absolutely.
It's a nice room.
Oh, boy.
I love that I'm behind the guy that I talk to the entire day. It's awesome.
So what I need to do is, I was at Costco yesterday, is buy an 85-inch. They have like an 85-inch TV there for like $1,000 right now.
Okay.
That would have cost.
I want to know where this is going.
Yeah, wait, why do you need that?
I want the screen put by the window so I can see Case at an 85-inch screen and not have to turn around and look at him. You know what I mean?
Well,
Honestly,
we have TVs in here. Can't we just link one of those up?
No, I need WGN Morning News on one. I need ESPN on one.
What about that one? Just with a logo on it.
That's our James & Sons Diamond Ring Studios logo.
they pay good money for that.
That's right. Those are our
For
great.
what? Us to see it? We love them already.
Well, when bands come in and people come in, we take pictures behind
We'll
it.
put it back up when a band comes in.
No, I need that up there all the time. It gives
What do
me
you think?
comfort.
We're going to forget?
It gives me comfort seeing the James & Sons Diamond Ring Studios logo there. So I just need another TV. I need Case's face on an 85
Well,
inch.
obviously, 3 TVs in one room isn't enough.
Clearly
Agreed.
not. Damn. Costco's got a nice sale going on.
Well, that's it. We'll have to message our boss, James. You know what we should start doing? Once a week, we should just submit like an expense report for something insane and see how long it takes for him to say something to us.
Well,
Be like, oh, it's for the show. Like, we just have to keep doing it.
I think the first one will get the email back.
thank
When I say I need an
What if we
85
start
inch
small,
TV.
though? Like, what if we just like submit one for like $20 and he's like, oh, okay, whatever. And then it just keeps growing.
We need napkins.
Yeah, like let's start small, but let's see what we can get away with.
All right.
Kenzie, it isn't your job to know this,
What?
but some of the things that I've tried to submit for, like, hey, you guys want to take this one? You guys want to help the morning show out? That have been rejected financially, there is nothing we can start with that's small enough. Napkins are going to be too big.
Oh, well.
What got? Wait, hold on. What got rejected?
Don't worry about it.
No, what got rejected? Tell me.
All kinds of stuff. I'm trying to think of what Case is specifically thinking of in
I
his
know.
head.
What did we submit for us? I wanted. You know what the funny thing is I go to the other PD because she goes, well, I'll write it off for WLSAM. She told
God.
me that we can submit them to her, which I find awesome.
What'd you get?
We remember last year when we had to order lunch before we went to Lollapalooza because we would have been super hungry, and
Yes.
she was like, well, you guys should have to pay for that. You have to eat because you're going to another work thing. And I'm like, you're damn right. You're damn right. And she goes, just send it to me. And I'm like, okie doke.
Wait a minute. So the Lollapalooza lunch you paid for before you got written off, you got reimbursed for that?
Yes.
Because I bought a lunch here or two. I didn't get
You bought
reimbursed.
a lot of lunch here, but that's just because you don't want to like go home and heat up food because you're lazy. It's different.
I should still get reimbursed for it.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Well, it's time for a fact that makes your brain just go. Now, this one may seem not obvious, but basically, if you do this on a plane, you could die. Oh, let me just say that right now. If you do this on a plane, you can die, and everybody listening has done this on a plane. I guarantee it. Everybody listening. We verified that Case, the producer, has flown. I wasn't sure if he had. He's gotten on a plane, and he has flown somewhere.
One of the most offensive things ever said in the history of the world is that you don't believe that I've ever been on an airplane.
Here's the deal. I feel like I stand up for you a lot, Case, and I was Brian on this. I was unsure if you'd been on a plane.
It wasn't meant to be bullying or mean. I just couldn't picture you sitting on an airplane with somebody next to you.
Me either.
Thank you.
I can't imagine him going to an airport.
Yeah,
and handling that.
I can't picture Case going through TSA.
No, absolutely not. Packing for a trip?
Yeah, packing?
Could you imagine how miserable he'd be? Absolutely not. He'd be awful.
Can you imagine him
Putting
checking
his liquids in a plastic bag? Oh, he'd be such a prick about the whole thing.
Check out this one, Kenzie. Can you imagine him checking in on the app, getting the boarding pass?
Oh my God. And saving it to an Apple Wallet?
Oh my! Oh no way!
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. I picture him driving to Iowa. That's it.
I picture him on an Amtrak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see
I can
that.
do that. Yep.
God forbid this country has reliable rail travel.
So
Well, I could just see you being all hipster about it. Like, well, this, they really had it right the first time. Like,
Sorry I care about the earth.
we
Sorry.
like to buy records and ride trains.
I know Taylor Swift just wants us all to burn with her private plane fossil fuel. Sorry I
Oh,
care about the
stop
environment.
it.
Oh, good drop there.
Thank you,
nice,
brother.
very good. I picture a case like if you had to go to Iowa. What are those things that horses pull with two
Wagons?
wheels? No, but they have two wheels on them, and he's like riding the carriage.
Like a buggy?
What do they call those? Because they race harness racing. In old Hawthorne, they used to do that. The harness racing where the guy's on a two-wheel thing, and then the horse is pulling
Why?
it.
I
That's
totally,
right.
with straw sticking out of his mouth.
Yes,
What am I, a jockey?
it's like the 1700s. And he's on that thing, the harness race.
Well, yeah, that would make more sense.
Oh God.
That way he can bring his record player with him.
That's right.
Because
Yeah.
you know he doesn't want to go anywhere without that.
There's like 5 bundles stacked up behind
What's
him.
he going to do? Listen to music on Spotify on the plane?
God,
He's
no.
gonna be
It's such a
disgusted.
compressed MP3. The sound quality is just not as good.
That's what I mean.
All right, well, now we've gotten all that out there. Is it more offensive now or no, or less offensive?
I like how Keith said he was offended, and then we just spent 5 minutes doubling down. We're like, anyways.
Anyway, if you do this on a plane, you could die the next time you fly, and everybody listening has done it. We'll tell you what it is in 6 minutes.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Well, it's time for a fact that makes your brain go, if you do this on a plane, you could die. And everybody listening has done this on a plane. I'd have to say, I'll just say 99% have done it because there's probably some that haven't, a few out there. And that is, if you get on the plane and you get several drinks in you and you take a nap, that could kill you, according to a new study. So have you done that, Kenzie? Do you drink on a plane? Because some
I've
people,
never had a drink on a plane.
okay, you're that 91%.
Well, because I've never had first class, and then it's like $47 a drink otherwise.
A
So
little bit of exaggeration.
it's pretty close, actually, in fairness.
Now I know, so I'm alone in this because Case is straight edge, so he doesn't drink or do drugs, so he's never done that on a plane.
That's right. That'd be a weird place to start.
Could I ask you has you ever taken? 'Cause I know people that do this because they hate flying so much. Have you taken like melatonin?
Well, I take melatonin every night. I take 10 milligrams, but I don't take it on a plane normally.
Huh? I didn't know you took melatonin every night.
Yeah, and I've had people.
Nightmares?
No, it regulates my sleep cycle. I kind of know when I'm going to go to bed and wake up, and it's easy to fall asleep, and I have sweet dreams, and it's just a nice way of living.
You ever taken melatonin, Kenzie?
No, and I have nightmares, so maybe I should start. I have pretty bad nights.
It's supposed to be really good to relax you and then get you to sleep.
It's
but
awesome.
I just don't like taking any kind of aid to get to sleep because then you can never get off it the rest of your life.
That's what people say. I don't know. I've been fine. If I have
You
to
have
go
no
and-
plans to stop, so
Yeah, but there are times where I've been maybe staying overnight at somebody's house and I haven't remembered my melatonin and I've been able to get to sleep okay.
Oh, okay, maybe I'm wrong
I
on that
just
one.
see Kay's rifling through his little overnight bag, like, oh, my melatonin. Oh, he's like at a girl's house. Oh, shoot.
So this is a real thing that would happen when I was single, and there are a few different nights that I would go over to somebody's house with the possible prospectus of spending the night. And I would bring a plastic bag and I would put a few pills of melatonin in the plastic bag and then put it in my pants pocket just in case I needed it in the middle of the night. I had access to it because I didn't want to bring the whole bottle. That would be weird. But I always wanted to make sure that I had some with me just in case.
You mean like a Julasco bag?
Yeah, like a sandwich baggie.
Oh, a sandwich bag.
Yeah.
I was like, that's psychotic. But you took
you mean like a grocery bag?
shopping bag and had 3 pills in it. Oh, Lord.
I saw that guy in front of the building, the guy with that grocery bag with 3
That's what
pills
I
in
mean.
it.
I'm like, okay.
So this study says, as a German researchers, avoid alcohol on flights because there's an increased risk of death. Because with consumption of alcohol, when the plane goes up, you get low oxygen concentration when the plane goes up in the air. High altitudes reduce blood oxygen saturation. Alcohol increases that. And if you have just some slight heart issue or something, you could fall asleep and die on the plane if you drink on a
That's the way I
plane.
want to go. It's peaceful.
Peaceful?
On the way to a vacation, a little lit.
Yeah, dreaming of a beach and you just go out.
Amen. I know that you can get really, really wasted, like similar when people get married in like the mountains. They have mountain weddings. Like the liquor goes a long way because of that.
Yeah, Colorado, like I remember drinking there, and 1 beer's like 2 beers hits you.
Okay, because my friends got married in Utah, and I didn't know that, and I was effed up, and I'm like, I feel like I didn't have that much. But I was in a great mood, and then I didn't realize till later. 'Cause I'm like, what is in these drinks? And I'm like, oh, I think it's the mountain.
Yeah. What'd you do when you got all lit?
What is it? I mean, I just partied. I'm fun. I'm so fun at weddings.
Tell me what fun is.
No. What does that mean?
Well, you sound really fun.
That doesn't sound fun at all now.
Well, I'm not drunk right now.
Okay, well, let's get Kenzie drunk here by 8 o'clock and we can
That's
see what happens. Why not?
It would be kind of fun.
Kind of fun. I want to see what
I'm super fun.
I want to see what fun is when you're drunk, because I know what I do.
What do you do?
I jump up and down a lot, and I get
Jump?
loud.
Oh, you ruin the table decor. You're too big to be jumping around.
That's okay. I don't care when I'm drunk. See, I care when I'm sober, but I don't care when I'm drunk.
Oh, yeah, I dance, I eat. Let me tell you something. Some people are like sad drunks or they're angry drunks. How about you run anything by me when I'm drunk? Because I'm like, all right. So, like, it does not bother me at all. I'm like,
Okay.
sure.
You know what we should do? There's a King of Queens episode like this where Doug and Arthur find out that Carrie's way more fun to be around when she's drunk. So every night when she gets home from work, they make her like margaritas and they bring out a little drink card.
Oh my God.
I think by 8, if I clash with Kenzie at 7:10 every day, Kenzie should be hammered.
We pull out one of those like Frank Sinatra,
agree.
Dean Martin drink cards comes in. It's like
Fly me to the moon.
All right, mixing up gin and tonic here for my girl Kenzie before she does trivia here.
Everybody's a winner.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and a lot of people chiming in that Case can't be straight edge if he takes melatonin. And it's starting to get some groundswell there. We'll see what happens if people come
Well,
on.
he's fake. He's been a poser this whole time.
And again,
Easy.
well, if you don't know,
Fake.
and some people don't even know what that term means. Straight edge means you don't drink, do drugs, or promiscuous sex.
Or have fun.
That's right.
It's an over-the-counter supplement that is sold at pharmacies across America. I'm fine.
But,
all right?
but let me ask
You
you
know what
this.
confuses me about the saying over the counter?
What?
To me, that sounds like you need a prescription. So forever, I thought over the counter meant prescription because it's like you got to go over the counter. Like there's got to be somebody else there. I'm like, wouldn't it be like in the aisle? This is what it should be called. Over the counter sounds like you need a prescription. So everyone's like, don't worry, it's over the counter. I'm like, well, now I got to go see a doctor.
Hey.
So it's very confusing to me.
Free to grow. Too many words for things, I remember.
know.
Yeah, there's too many words.
Why is there a word for everything?
It's unnecessary.
Now, are there extreme straight edge people that won't take like melatonin or Tylenol or
God,
aspirin?
yeah.
Okay, so
I mean, I feel like I'm a poser because I'm not vegan, and that's normally the other aspect.
that's the
of
other
it,
aspect of it.
Is
right.
like the band Earth Crisis, who's probably the most significant straight edge band there is outside of maybe like Minor Threat. Like Earth Crisis would think I'm a poser because I'm not vegan, and I'm aware of that, and I have to grapple with that every day.
But listen, you love that meat.
I love that meat. Oh,
You want to get that meat, and nobody can make you feel bad about that.
no, I love meat.
He loves bison. He loves buffalo shrimp,
I do love buffalo shrimp.
which is kind of making shrimp like more meaty. For some reason, making them buffalo sauce. Oh, so good.
Case wants to hop on that,
Yeah.
and nobody should make him feel bad.
Somebody wants to keep calling out Case, go for it if you'd like to.
Yeah.
Oh, so an update now on this guy. Remember, we played this audio a couple days ago. He appeared in court for a traffic violation, but he was on a suspended license as far as the judge knew. So he zoomed in and he was driving his car.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually.
This is a driving while license suspended,
That is correct, Your Honor.
and he was just driving, and he didn't have a license.
Okay, so then the response to that from him was, we did this yesterday, is his license was not suspended. It was a clerical error. Kenzie learned that word clerical yesterday. Clerical, over the counter.
Clerical error. Clerical error.
Clerical. So he responded with this.
Was supposed to have lifted it 2 years ago, but they didn't. It's very embarrassing. And with the type of ties that I have with the church and the community, is very embarrassing.
Okay, now there's another update on this guy. You ready for this? So that was cleared up, allegedly, that he had the traffic violation, but his license wasn't really suspended. Just him.
Okay.
This guy's from Michigan. He went viral for this situation. He's been arrested again now. He's been arrested again. So originally it was thought that Corey Harris, that's his name, was driving on a suspended license, and it was believed it was a clerical error. Clerical. Now it's been revealed that Harris has never even had a license.
Well, so it wasn't suspended.
So he's innocent, is what you're saying.
I'm just doubling down on the fact that
He never even had a license and was driving without a license. And they said, quote, let me make this clear. Based on what the court looked at, Harris has never even had a Michigan driver's license ever had one.
Wait. A Michigan license.
They continue. He's never even had a license in any of the other 49 states after doing a research.
Well, that'll do it.
And even the Commonwealths, which is like 7 Commonwealths that are also states. That's another side topic. But he has never had a license, the judge said. Harris later said he had another stunned moment when the judge revealed that he had a bench warrant for his arrest 9 years ago. But so he's been arrested again because he was driving, never had a license.
So I want to know how someone went, oh, this is a clerical error, and he, this is on us, even though we didn't have a license. Who was doing the paperwork over there?
Bad clerical work. Bad clerical work.
It's not good.
It is wild that.
Maybe they don't even have a clerical.
Well,
Maybe they don't have one.
No clericals.
There's no clericals over there.
How can you possibly say the license was suspended that he didn't have a license? That's where I don't understand how this disconnect happened here. And he obviously can't drive without a license, so that's a problem as well for my man, who's now in jail again, or at least arrested again.
Can he drive there?
So wild.
Gonna go turn myself in.
It's really interesting what can happen with the government in your cars and stuff like that. Because I remember I parked on the street for a long time here in Chicago because I didn't have a parking place. And one day I came out and my car was gone. And I was like, oh my God, it finally happened to me. My car got stolen. I walked all through the neighborhood trying to think, maybe I just don't remember. I couldn't find my car. So I called the police. I said, you know what? My car got stolen. They go, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Let's file a report. They file a report, go through it. 3 weeks later, I'm walking a different way back in my neighborhood, and I see a car that looks like mine, a Buick Rendezvous.
A Rendezvous.
That's right. Tiger Woods used to endorse that car. That's why I bought it.
I bet.
Is that why you bought it?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Tiger Woods was in the commercials, and it was a Buick Rendezvous SUV. And I saw it, and I go, that looks like mine. And I walk over, I go, huh, it is mine.
How could you tell?
Because I had something on the front seat. I had some CD cases on the front seat.
I was just going to ask what CDs were in that car.
They didn't move. What was on the front seat?
And I went like, how'd my car, what's going on? I don't think
my bin folds 5 CDs.
Yeah. So I call the police and I go, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I must have misplaced where I parked my car. It's not stolen. I found it. And then
Wait a minute.
I found my car. And then they go, oh, it's our bad, actually. I see a note here now that says we had to move your car. And I went, what do you mean you moved my car? And they go, they had to do some sewer work. So they got your car out and towed it and moved it to a different street. And I go, but no one told me where my car was. And they go, well, you weren't there, she said. And I go,
You weren't in your parked car.
Exactly. I went, wait, what's... I just started... I said, I'm happy to have my car back, but shouldn't someone tell me if they're going to move my car? And they go, oh, no, we do it all the time.
Well, but why wouldn't that be their first thing they look at? Like, if they do it all the time.
Right.
There's a note there. Oh, our bad.
And I know they can look at your license and see all your information.
Your ass has been walking around for 3 weeks.
3 weeks without a car. And then it's like 4 streets over.
The best part is, did you have like 1 million parking tickets? Because the car's usually not allowed to sit there that long.
Thank God they parked it in a legal spot. Good for the government.
Amazing. If
Good
you
for
would have
them.
been like, well, you also owe us $500.
I just couldn't believe when she said, quote, we do it all the time. I go, so I had to be sitting in my parked car for you to tell me that you were going to move my parked car? I could have just drove it. I could have said, you got to get here. Fine, I'll find another spot.
Oh, my God.
I don't know if anybody has those kind of stories with
I've never
their
heard
car.
that happen to anybody.
Nope, me neither.
That's unbelievable.
And I wonder all the extra man hours that went into finding my car that 3 week at
It
the
doesn't
police
sound
station.
like many.
I don't think too many people were looking for my Buick Rendezvous.
They're like, do you know how many idiots call us every day if there's a car stolen? That's your problem.
Well, it was only a few streets over. They could have looked around the corner. Hey, we found your car. It got stolen. Oh, wait, we moved it.
Like you could have looked around the corner. It's your
That's right.
car.
Unbelievable. If that's ever happened to somebody else, I'd love to hear that story, so I'm not alone in that. Then again, it's kind of a badge of honor story. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and here's Gil Curtis with your headlines.
Mr. Harris.
Oh, that's not Gil Curtis. Oh, my gosh, I had the wrong thing up. That's the guy from the courtroom. Gil, get on the mic. Are you there? Go ahead, bud.
This is not headline news. Today is National Drive-In Movie Day, also known as National Pay for 2 movies but watch the second one alone while the kids snore away in the hatchback. Paul Giamatti turns 57 today. Man, that guy never ages. He's looked 57 for the last 30 years. Born in the USA came out 40 years ago. It remains Bruce Springsteen's most popular request, other than stop wearing skinny jeans. And Pat Sajak, retiring from Wheel of Fortune, says he'll spend retirement playing with his grandkids. In other words, he'll do as his fans have been doing for the last 30 years. This is not headline news.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.